Welcome to the third video of this series. In this video, we will play a little game to be able to understand what generative models want to achieve and we will be able to understand what we will be dealing with in the next chapters, okay? But before starting this video, I want you to remind some things about the previous video. Remember the basic architecture of generative modeling and also discriminative modeling, and we had some terms like observations, features, right? And remember we had data and we had model and we were sampling from model to generate something new that doesn't exist what we have at first. And enough talking here about the informations, and let's tell you the game. And in this game, as you can see here, we have a 2D plane, okay? And you can see here there are some points placed in this plane, x1 and x2 coordinates, right? And this plane, we will first assume that this plane, these points are distributed according to some unknown rule. So we don't know the rule here, and these points are distributed according to that rule that we don't know. And the only thing that we have is what we see here, okay? As you can see and as you can remember from the previous video, if this is what we see here and this is our data, okay? Each point is our observation, and we call all points to capital X. So this point, as you can see my mouse, is an observation, and this is also an observation, this one too. But all points is capital X, okay? And this is our P data. So what I want you to do in this game, I want you to be the generative model. So you are the generative model, okay? What I want you to do is, I want you to put a new point here in this plane, and it will be similar to the rule that we don't know, okay? I will wait for you to put the point. Okay, I will wait for a second. Okay, we are good to go. And let's move on to the next slide. As you can see here, this is our P model. P model tries to mimic like P data. P model and P data are completely different, but in the previous video I told you to be a generative model, to put a new point in the plane similar to the P data, similar to what we have. And I hope you didn't place the point in the corners, at the corners. I hope that you placed the points here somewhere, okay? Anyways, so what I want to tell you is our model generally tries to mimic the P data, our data, okay? We just call it here P because it's a point. It starts with P. Anyways, doesn't matter. So our model, as you can see, try to be similar with P data, and it is kind of the same, right? As you can see here, the shape, hop, 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 and hop. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So I will tell you what we expect from the model, okay? First, I want to repeat what I told you in the first slides. So we have a data set of observation X. We have assumed that the observations have been generated according to some unknown distribution P data. And P model tries to mimic P data. And, we will sample from the model to generate something new. And this something new, will appear to have been drawn from P data. It will not be the same. And I will be really impressed if my P model can generate examples similar to P data, but it will be different from observations, okay? It will be similar to P data and different from observations. And right now, we are changing the rule in this point. At first, I told you there is no rule, okay? But as you can see here, there is a map, there is a world map, okay? There is an Earth map. And did you realize something? This was our P data, remember? The black points were P data. And did you realize something? these black points are not placed in the ocean or in the seas. They are all on the lands, right? And this ABC are samples generated from our model. And let's comment about these points ABC together, okay? What we told, we know the rule right now. Our points shouldn't be in the ocean. So point A is different from the observations. Yes, it is different, but it is not similar to P data because it should be somewhere or near in the land to be similar with P data, okay? But it's in the ocean, as you can see here. And let's comment about B. B is similar to P data. It is in the land, not in the ocean or in the seas. But it is not completely different from the P data, from what we have at first. It is kind of same, as you can see. As you can see, the black point behind the B, it is kind of the same point, right? And I'm impressed, but not exactly. It is a good generated sample, but not a perfect one. But let's see the C, okay? C point is different from P data, right? And it is similar to the P data. It is in the land instead of the ocean, and it is different from the points what we have already. So what I want to tell you, and what is the main point of this video is, and generative models tries to mimic our real data and our sampled, our new points here, this is the point, but it could be something else, needs to be similar and different, okay? With the same rule, but different, not exactly the same. That's why we didn't like the B exactly. It's a good observation, new observation, but not a perfect one. So, I don't want to talk more anymore in this video. I don't want to keep it longer. Let's move on to the next video, and in the next video we will learn terms about this game. Terms about what we played, okay? See you in the next video.